That is awesome, dude. Look how red he is. That's real animal style right there.
Look at that.
That is a day maker, baby. Oh, look at that.
Real Animals, presented by Contender Boats.
This week, we're back in one of my favorite locations. We're at the Plantation on Crystal River, Florida. We're fishing with a great young captain. He's really young, but he's really, really talented. Captain Clay Scheidler, and we're hoping to do some shallow water grouper fishing, which is one of his many specialties. Hey gang, today I'm back in one of my favorite places, Crystal River, Florida. We're fishing out of the Plantation on Crystal River. Captain Clay Scheidler's taking me fishing. What do you think, bud? What's the plan?
I think we're gonna go out and try to throw some lures for some grouper.
Throw artificials all day and just see what the good Lord gives us?
That's exactly what it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Always is.
Nice low pressure out here and see if they'll bite for us.
Perfect, let's do it. Yeah, headed out to the mouth of the river there. You know, the skies were dark. We had put our rain gear on. We didn't know what to expect. We were hoping to get to the mouth of the river and maybe it would clear up a little bit. It really wasn't too bad. You know, the 25 Contender was just kind of rolling through a light chop. It looked like we were going to be able to sneak out a little ways and get some fishing in. And both of us noticed just off to our right a floating box, a cardboard box. And anytime you see structure in the Gulf of Mexico, you always want to check it out. And sure enough, we roll up on it and there's a nice triple tail sitting on it first thing in the morning. I'll tell you what, it never fails when I'm fishing with Captain Clay here. We're driving around Crystal River. We see the darndest things. We got a floating box here on our way out to do a little shallow water grouper fishing. And lo and behold, there's a triple tail on it. So we're gonna see if Captain Clay can catch this triple tail here. You think you can do it? I think you can do it.
Sounds good.
So I jumped up in the tower trying to get us in a good position. We threw a shrimp on one of our light tackle rigs, and Clay made a spectacular cast, put the bait right on the money. You're adrift. Nice cast. He's on you. He's following it.
Got him.
Attaboy.
There we go. First fish of the day, Mikey. Let's see if he'll play.
That was a great cast.
First cast?
A great cast, brother. What a cast.
Pretty fish, too.
Real pretty.
There's his home, away from home. And that's exactly how you catch these fish. You see them, it's a visual game, you know?
Well, and it's structure, you know, they're structure oriented. So whether it's a crab trap or a marker, you know, we saw the floating box right away and immediately you go to look at it because that's where they hang out. Oh boy, it's what we do.
That's what we do.
I think the last time we fished together, running back in after an incredible day on the water, we were just jig-jacking back and forth. Again, we had caught grouper and snook, headed back in, go by a marker, both of us look at one another, go, cobia. That's great. Good stuff.
Awesome.
That's a pretty fish.
Probably just grab the leader and flip him in.
Yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Come here. There you go, huh? Look at that fish, is super cool.
They are so prehistoric looking too.
The three tails, the triple tail?
Yeah. I think he might have been a little deep with that.
I think he's a little deep. I think you own this one.
I think so.
That one is coming home for dinner. Well, triple tail is one of those species very prominent on the west coast of Florida. Super, super table fish. Kind of looks like a prehistoric creature. You almost have to train yourself to start looking for them. You know, crab traps and buoys and channel markers and things like that. You can see them in a lot of different places. Floating debris, buckets, you know, cardboard boxes, you know, floating doors, things like that will often hold them. This particular area, Crystal River, they seem to have a really strong abundance of them. We've shot some shows up there before and had some great triple tail luck, and this one kind of just showed up out of nowhere to kind of start our day off on the right note. After an incredible morning run-in with the triple tail on our way here.
That was a lot of fun.
That was awesome. Now, what's the plan here?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some plugs at some structure, mostly, you know, rock piles and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of A lot of big, tall rocks out here. We're
Right.
gonna throw some lures around them and see if we can do a little catch and release grouper fishing.
Okay, all right. Shallow water grouper,
You got it.
Crystal River style. Let's do it. Well, going into the week, they were calling for just fantastic weather, light winds. It was going to be a beautiful day. We woke up and the weatherman missed it by just a little bit. Probably 15 knot winds out of the west, which is probably the worst case scenario on the Gulf of Mexico. And we had quite a bit of cloud cover too. It looked like it could rain on us at almost any minute.
Real Animals is brought to you by Quantum Fishing Reels. Outsmart, outfish, outlast. Ray Marine, simply superior. Mirror Lure, turn on the bite. Ingle, high performance coolers.
Crystal River is just a really unique fishery. You know, the backcountry fishing there is spectacular. They have a really, it's not really top secret, but it's kind of not well known, but they've got a great snook fishery there. A lot of really big snook up in that area. The red fishing, the big trout fishing, all that stuff on the inshore is fantastic. But what makes Crystal River really unique is that it's shallow for a very long ways out. You know, we've been out 10, 12 miles and you're in 20 feet of water. And it's a real rocky bottom, a lot of shelves, a lot of edges, a lot of limestone caves and things. And that creates the perfect estuary for gag grouper. And this particular area of the west coast of Florida just choked full of big gag grouper, especially this time of year when the water temps are cool. It can be really special.
Oh, my.
Get him, dog, get him,
Cast
dog.
right off the front of the boat.
Get him, dog, get him, dog.
There he is. Dear Lord.
That's what it's all about.
I'll take it. That's what we're looking for. I turned the handle 4 times and he about ripped the rod out of my hand.
God, look at that beast, bro.
There we go.
Look at that.
We're playing
beast.
ball now. What do you think?
I think that's a pig.
He is not happy at all. Usually get more of them to come out and hit.
Boy,
Got it right there. I saw him eat
he
it.
followed it. He followed it.
That
and
was
ate
cool.
it right
He's not
here.
a giant, but he is fun.
He's not bad.
No, he's like, hey,
He's not bad.
there we go. You get a double hookup going.
Oh man, it's such a shock when they hit, dude.
It is. You don't think it's gonna happen. You're like,
Oh man, that is just not bad fishing right
that
there.
is just not bad fishing at all.
Just not bad fishing, brother. There is nothing wrong with that at all. Huh?
Hey, I'll take it.
Plug-in for gags, shallow water, Crystal River, Captain Clay Scheidler.
Yep.
You're a sicko, dude. Hey, come on. You gotta give me some, bro.
There
That's
we go.
ridiculous, dude. Woo! Dude, and I'm telling you, he did not want that bait to get away.
Nope.
He ate it all the way.
You're not.
Dude.
I tell you what, when we see these fish like this, you know, the front hook's in their mouth and the back hook is
In their mouth.
swinging.
Mine's in.
Oh, yours is back.
Yeah, mine's back in it. He wanted the whole shooting match.
See, this one's got the blue tail, just like a redfish. They're so close to shore, eating shrimp. You got blue fin tips. That's kind of the cool thing about it. People always look at it and they go, why is his tail blue? I've never seen that in an offshore fish. And you don't. See you later, buddy.
Boy, they both took off just like that, all right?
Oh, I'm good.
When I knew that Clay and I were going to get a chance to go fishing on this day, and I knew the time of the year was going to set up right, I had been up here about a year ago and done some of this shallow water plug fishing for these big gag grouper on the rock piles, and it is absolutely amazing. You can't wake up in the morning and know you're going to do this and not be super excited, because it's so exciting. And Clay is so good. He's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of numbers. You know, growing up here as a kid, he's got rock piles all over the bottom out there. So, you know, he knows it so well with the wind direction and all that stuff. He knows which pieces he wants to fish. So everything's setting up, other than the chance of the rain, everything's setting up for a spectacular day. So Clay, how do you feel about all the grouper closures and the federal management of the grouper species?
You know, I'll be honest with you, I'm really happy with it. I think we've got some of the most sound management we've seen in a couple years.
Okay.
You know, we get half the year to catch these fish, which gives you really the summer for the offshore guys, the fall for the inshore guys that want to do stuff like this. And I've been really happy. 2 per person, 24 inches. I mean, we go out, we bring in our 4 fish between the 2 of us. That's a lot of meat.
It sure is.
You know, a pair of 24-inch fish is gonna feed a family of 5. You know, you go out and you go fishing and you take it home to your wife and your 3 kids. I mean, you're good to go.
Right.
You know, this isn't going out like it was in the 90s and in the 80s. You go out and you fill your freezer for the year on one trip. Go out and enjoy catching a fish that pulls hard, hits hard, fights.
Right, great game
Take
fish.
home a couple,
Right.
you know, like a snooker or redfish is the same concept. And enjoy the fishing and the sport of it.
It's a great take. Makes sense to me. You're out here a lot, so that's why I wanted to know how you felt about it. That's perfect.
I think we ought to go find another spot and catch some more fish.
Yeah, amen. Find me a rock, Captain.
Real Animals is brought to you by South Seas Island Resort, Spider Wire, nothing gets away, Bull Bay Rods combined with Fuji Guides for a difference that you can feel, Strike First Lures, outfish everybody.
Now, what do you like to do? Do you like to go with bright colors on a cloudy day like this, or do you normally stay with more natural colors?
I do a little bit of both. You know, we're starting out with a dark and a bright just to see what they want. But again, you know, I've seen them to where it doesn't matter. You throw it, you reel it fast, and they eat it. We've seen a lot of days where, you know, they'll hit either of them really well. So again, it's just one of those things that.
Do you find is it any better on the, you know, bite-wise when you have these overcast conditions?
A lot of times, once you get them going, they'll stay going longer. They'll stay chewing a lot longer.
Because of the shallow water,
yeah.
maybe?
You know, you'll have it when it's real bright. You can get them to bite once or twice. You can get 2 or 3 fish to hit, but you can't get all the fish to bite. So we tend to see that a lot of times, you know, when you get the overcast conditions, it's a different ball game.
Oh, there he is.
Good.
There he is. Come here. Come here. Get over here.
You go left, I'll go right.
Good idea. Come here.
What do you think? Maybe
Boy,
a double?
dude, they absolutely punish it, dude.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Hey,
Oh.
you know, I forgot how much I like doing this.
Mine's a trout.
Oh, it's a trout?
No, it's a...
I know.
We're in 6 foot of water, so a big trout would eat it wouldn't shock me.
Mine is not a trout, I can
No.
assure you.
Oh, God. Dude, they absolutely punish these baits. It is so much fun, dude. You keep sizing me up, though. I'll have to push you in the drink.
You know, if you got to do it, you got to do it.
Clay's one of those guys who just doesn't believe in the host should catch the big fish. I got to work on that with him. God, that's a nice gag there, too. Look at the size of that. I think they like purple.
You know what we're going to do?
What are we going to do?
We're going to switch rods.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're
No, we're
going to.
not. Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no, we're not. You show me up on this rod, then I'll never hear the end of it. I'm smarter than that.
Oh, man, it was going to be so much
I
fun,
know
too.
it was, yeah. I played that game before. Look at that pretty color, huh? How pretty that fish is. Big gags. Look at that, like you said, that blue on the tail. You can tell they're eating some shrimp and crustaceans, probably gulping some crabs. Nice fish, brother.
Hey, it's a lot of fun.
That is incredible, dude.
Yeah, that's what we live for.
You got younger shoulders than I do. You keep catching them big ones.
They're all fun.
They're all fun. That is a cool fish, bro. Get out of here. I'll take another one of those. You're reeling as fast as you can and everything. I mean, they just stop it completely in its tracks and just try to maul that bait. I mean, it's really an extraordinary bite. If you know, I've fished all over the world and it's one of the coolest things I've ever done. I really enjoy this type of fishing.
Oh, man. I tell you what.
That's the noise that Clay makes when he gets a big fish on, dude. That's the noise right there. That's the, oh yeah, we're having, look at the size of this pig. Purple's the color, dog. That is a beast. Look at this grouper here.
That's a nice fish. I tell you what. That's a nice fish, Mike.
That's a beautiful gag, bro. Unplugged.
That's the thing. You can catch gag grouper all over this state, but to go throw lures for them in 7 feet of water, that's
special.
That's what makes this special.
I agree.
You know, and they've got that beautiful marbled color, olive back. I tell you what, they do. They're like a peacock bass on steroids when they come flying out and eat that lure.
Shallow, cool water.
Yep, they go off.
Oh, man.
Fantastic.
We're using tarpon tackle, 50-pound braid. I mean, same stuff that we fight the Silver King with, locking the drags down, and every time one of those fish explode, I mean, it's just powerful. It's so much fun. It's just an incredible experience.
Real Animals Tip of the Week is brought to you by Gator Gems Tackle, not just another tackle store.
Hey gang, this week's tip of the week, I want to talk to you about marine electronics. You know, there's a lot of choices on the market. You can go a lot of different directions. There's a reason that I choose Ray Marine. First of all, and foremost, I am not very smooth when it comes to electronics, computers, all that craziness. But Ray Marine makes things super, super easy. And for me, that's what it's all about. I need a unit that's customizable to my needs because I do a lot of inshore and nearshore fishing. The Ray Marine units have just so many great options now with the down vision, the side vision. The new Ray Marine Axiom 3D Real Vision is out now, super fast system. Take a look at Ray Marine Electronics when you go to make your next marine electronics purchase. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I'm pretty sure you'll choose Ray Marine and you'll be really happy that you did.
Real Animals is brought to you by Deeper. Discover water with your smartphone. Plantation on Crystal River. Pro Marine, quality marine engine parts overnight. Closed captioning provided by Gator Ford. The Plantation on Crystal River is a beautiful 50-year-old, 232-acre old Florida-style resort, offering comfortable accommodations and a full-service spa. They call this the Nature Coast for good reason. Fishing is spectacular, from snook, trout, and reds to big grouper and snapper. On-site activities range from golf to boating, fishing, and swimming with the manatees in the natural springs of Kings Bay. The Real Animals Fishing Show can't recommend a better place to stay on the Nature Coast than the Plantation on Crystal River. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by CCA Florida and CCA Florida Star Tournament. Rolls Axle Trailers, built like no other.
In today's Real Animals adventure, Captain Clay Scheidler and I are throwing some really, really cool tackle. We're throwing the Bull Bay rods. We're throwing our Tarpon series. These are the 30 to 50 pounders. They're 8-footers. They got a fast action tip on them. We rigged this one with a Cabo PT80 spinning reel by Quantum. In my opinion, this is one of the best big spinning reels on the market. We've rigged this up with 50-pound Spiderwire Ultracast Invisibraid, 80-pound fluorocarbon leader because the strike is so violent and so evil on these shallow water grouper and the rocks and the ledges and things like that they can get you into. You need to have something super abrasion resistant. Purple and black seem to be the color that the big fish really tuned into. On our triple tail this morning, the fish that kind of surprised us, came at us out of nowhere. We went with the Real Animals Signature Series. We used a 15-pound rod. It's one of my inshore rods. It's a phenomenal setup. Again, Fuji K guides, super fast tip, really a nice setup for making those accurate casts. We've got the Quantum Smoke PT30 spinning reel here, 10-pound Ultracast Spiderwire Invisibraid, one of my favorite lines. This is all the stuff you need to do what we did today and have an absolutely Real Animals adventure for yourself. Get him, dog, get him.
Got him.
Atta boy. Oh, that double. Oh, stay there, yeah, that a boy. Oh yeah, that a boy. This is a good one too. Doubled up, baby.
Mine's a little smaller, but he was fun. He hit it. Good Lord.
Oh, I thought it was bigger than that. He hit it so hard.
That's the thing
it's
about
It's a nice fish. They absolutely clobber it, dude.
Whoop.
That is an absolutely perfect day in Crystal River right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than that, boys. Good,
Awesome.
Good times. Captain Clay Scheidler, you are the man out here, brother. This is your world, kid. This is your world.
We
nice
always
job.
have a good time.
Yes, we do. Let them go, baby.
See you guys later.
To be caught another day. Nice job, kiddo. You know, gag grouper, they actually blend so well in with the bottom, especially up in this part of the state. You know, the way that pretty color kind of just blends all over their body, it's just incredible. It's one of our premier game fish in the state of Florida. People come from all over the world to get in on some of this great grouper fishing that we have here on the west coast of Florida.
I think that's a grouper fish.
I think it's a group of fish. Let me help you, bud. I'm not doing anything right now. Let me just get in here and help you.
That's a big fish.
Look at this pig here, dude. Tell me purple's not working.
I think they like the purple.
Yeah, I think
what
they
do you
like
think?
the purple. The purple, I think, works really well.
He didn't fight a lot. He might have a lot left in him.
I know, and I don't want that thing stuck in my hand. There we go. Dude, let me tell you what. That is a grouper right there.
That is a grouper right there.
Purple's the color of the day, kid. And look at the bait. The bait is absolutely mauled up.
Oh, yeah.
Tooth marks all in the bait from them just blasting it.
That is a solid 15-pound fish.
That's
right
a really nice fish.
I'll tell you what, I couldn't think of a better way to wrap up the day.
I'm sold. I'm done. I'm
It's
good.
so much fun, isn't it?
I'm good. Nice job, brother. Look at that pig right there, dude.
That is a brute.
Come get you some of that. Captain Clay Schuyler does it as well as anybody in the Gulf of Mexico. Shallow water grouper fishing out of the plantation on Crystal River. What a great trip. Amazing day, amazing day. You know, heading back in after a great morning of fishing, you really just, you can't beat this place. There's so much opportunity at the plantation on Crystal River. The skinny water fishing, the snook, the redfish, the trout fishing, the triple tail fishing is absolutely spectacular. Bottom fishing really close to shore, so those anglers in, 20-foot bay boats can get to a lot of these rock piles. They can have a great day on the water. Spending the day with Clay and getting to pick his brain and learn about this estuary. It just doesn't get any better than that for a classic Real Animals adventure.